Alright folks, today I'm going to make homemade applesauce. I don't know if this is the right way to do it or the wrong way to do it. I've not done a lot of research on making it. To me it just seemed like a simple process. You know, it was ground up apples and a little sweetener in there somewhere. But I did do a little messing with it. I've tried it 3 or 4 times. I think I've got it down to where it's real good. I want to show you how to make it. What you need is some Granny Smith apples, some brown sugar, some cinnamon, some honey, and a pan and a food processor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to core and peel these apples, and once I get that done, then I'll show you what we do next. I thought I'd jump in here and just show you what I was talking about with these apples. You just start, I start at the top like this, and you try to waste as little as you can. Just peel it. If you got a paring knife that peels or an apple peeler, that may work better, but what I do is I just start at the top and keep turning it around. I've seen those machines. If I keep doing this, I'm going to get one of those machines that you lock the apple in and you turn the handle and the apple turns around and it peels it. Because I love apples. I just love them. Apple a day keeps the doctor away, and that's a good thing for me. I don't like the doctor, but I do like apples. So, and the other thing is that apples come in the fall, but they store so well. So I was at the store today. I love Granny Smith apples, and I want some applesauce, so I figured I'd show you how I make it. So there you go. You started. You peel it all the way down, and then I just go around it. Well, you don't want to do that. That happens, rinse it off. Just go around and cut the apple down to the core. If you get a little bit of core in it, that's fine. Just trim the core out. So you get as much, you know, I just hate to be wasteful, so get as much of that apple as you can. Doesn't matter if it's cut up, you don't want that in it, you know. So anyways, that's what we're going to do. We're going to do that to all 5 of these apples. Once I get that done, then I'll come back and show you what's next. Alright, this part of it's pretty simple. Let's turn it on. Right on high. Start adding some apples to it. Now you're going to have to stop periodically and scrape the sides and start it all over again. I'm going to keep messing with this until it gets real fine. It doesn't take long, but you'll see what I'm saying. And some of it stays in a little bit of chunks. So just scrape the sides, you pull the top off, and if you were a good host, you'd have a spoon ready. If you knew what you were doing, you'd have a spoon ready, but since I don't, just scrape the sides, readjust that stuff up again. Folks, I'm so sorry about that. It's 100 degrees today. It's got me seriously frustrated, I'll be honest with you. It's 82 degrees in the house with the air condition set on 72. And I'm running a dehumidifier, and I have to empty that about 3 times a day. So the heat in this house is just absolutely killing us right now. But, and I get stressed out, so there you go. Just keep doing that. Once I get it ground up, I'll bring it back and show you what we do next. All right, we got it ground up. You're still gonna have some chunks in it. You know, it's part of homemade applesauce, right? So you want it a little bit, I don't want to say chunky, but don't try to get it to be juice. That's not what you're looking for. So pour that in there. Scrape all that apple goodness. You don't want to leave any of that on there. We're going to turn the heat on medium, and what we're going to do is, so get this thing cleaned out, we're going to bring it up to a simmer, to a boil, and then we're going to back it off and let it simmer for about 10 or 15 minutes. But what you want to do that while that's on the stove like that is go ahead and let's get some of the ingredients added to it. We're going to put some brown sugar in it. So I don't know. That looks like that's enough brown sugar. We're going to put some cinnamon in it. There again, you like a lot, put a lot. You don't like much, don't put much in it. And the last thing I like to add to my applesauce to give it a nice flavor is a little bit of honey. So, I like my applesauce sweet. I mean, it's kind of a treat, right? It's not, and you shouldn't use a metal spoon in these kind of pans, but all you're going to do is get that stirred in. We're going to bring some heat up. When it gets to the point of coming up to a simmer, I'll bring you back so y'all can see what that looks like when it's at the right temperature. And then, like I said, it's just 10 or 15 minutes from there. One other small thing I left out, you want to put about a quarter cup of water in this too, but it's starting to pop off. See, you got to keep stirring it because it's thick, right? And things that are thick, when they boil, they pop all over the place. So that's why I put the lid on, but I leave the lid cracked so it can still escape moisture. I want some of that water to cook back out of it. But we're just going to have it cook just like that. Keep stirring it, you know, every minute or so. It's not something you want to walk away from. But we're going to do that for about 15 minutes. And once I get it done, I'll bring it back and we'll take a look and see what we got. Well, there you go, folks. Homemade applesauce. You know, if I took the time to make a video about it, it's got to be good, because I mean, it's just applesauce, right? Wait till you make it at home. Understand, you don't have to cook it. When I first started making it, I didn't cook it. I just did the food processor part, and I ate it out of that. It has a more of a, maybe a natural or organic taste to it when you don't cook it. Cooking it just makes it a little bit smoother. The flavors are more blended together than they are. You can taste them individually. Try them both ways. You know, like I said, if you don't feel like cooking it, don't cook it. Just do what I did. Don't add no water to it, because it's done when you get done. You know, when it comes out of the food processor. But I prefer it this way. Like I say, just put it on the stove. Bring it to a simmer. I let it sit about in between medium and low. You know, you don't need to, you know, once it comes up and starts popping, that's as hot as you need it to get. You need to just keep it like that for about 15 minutes, and once you're done, pour it in a bowl, let it cool, and wait for dinner. I'm excited to have it. Like I said, I've gotten hooked on this the last few months. I've been making it, and it lasts, you know, a week. I don't know. It's never lasted that long around here. Usually I eat it in a day or two, but you know, I imagine it'll last till it's gone if you like it. Let's just put it that way. So I hope y'all enjoy it. That's homemade applesauce with you know, the way that I do it. And you know, just keep in mind, you don't have to be a king to eat like one. I'm sure they had homemade applesauce too. Thanks, y'all.